Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on a hop that is called The Next Big Thing. We get a new prompt each month, and the prompt for the month of July is a large cut file. So let me show you that first. It's still on my cutting mat. Let me pull it. I used my Cameo to cut it. This is a cut file from HipKit, one of their free for the subscribers, but you can purchase their cut files as well. So I have that here. It's really cute. It's little fish, and okay. This is taking a little longer than I expected to get off. Maybe I should have pulled it off on camera or off camera, but anyway. I have a Cameo 4 that I got brand new for Christmas to replace my Cameo 3, which was acting weird. It wasn't cutting half the time. It was just being kind of off. So anyway, I've got this circle of fish here on my cutting mat. I have that, and I cut it in white because I'm going to use some mixed media to color it, and I'll do that part on camera. I also have 49 Market's brand new Beach Vibes collection. I've pulled the rub-ons, the 6x8 paper pad, die cut elements, puffy stickers, laser cut elements, and then I have a title, subtitle from the chipboard and some chipboard waves. I'm not real sure if I'm going to use those waves, but I pulled them. And then this is going to be my background paper. So this one is the one called Saltwater. This is the front. The back side is like a tiki roof, but I'm going to use this side with the map and the palm trees. I really like it. And I have a photo of my oldest child, Tyler. He is enjoying the beach for the very first time in this photo. My other kids, which you can see one of them back here, this is their cousin, had been to the beach before. Garrett and Courtney had, because I babysat for my sister who lives in Texas, and she took us to Galveston when the kids... Well, it was about the same time frame, actually. And Tyler was in school, so he didn't get to go with us. I was not homeschooling at that point. I started homeschooling after his first grade year. So he was in school for first grade when I went. And then I took the two youngest. We only had 3 kids at the time. And I took the 2 youngest with me to Galveston. But this was a trip to visit my husband's brother at Fort Rucker, Alabama. And they took us to the beach there as well. So I'm going to pause. We're going to get started with that mixed media, and I'll be right back. The first thing I want to do is I want to add some beautiful color to my large cut file. This is a cut file that I got from HipKit. If you are a subscriber there, they are free. I believe that you can just go and purchase their cut files separately if you are interested. I am using my magical powers from Lindy's and the packaging technique to put some beautiful color on top of this fish cut file. I have 3 colors here. I'm trying to put them kind of in an ombre effect, with the lightest being at the top. When I get to the 3rd color, I do mix all of the colors on my glass media mat. Isn't this mat lovely? I purchased this mat. It is a birthday present, I've been saying, from my husband, but honestly, he didn't really have much to do with it other than me telling him, yeah, this is what you're getting me for my birthday. Isn't that what we do, ladies? All the time. Anyway, I do love this glass board mat. I love that I have magnets that I can use to hold things down. Those have already come in handy while I create on camera. So here is where I mix up all of the colors, and I'm just kind of dabbing it around. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and move my cut file as carefully as possible. I'm gonna try to clean up just a little bit off my mat so that I can put my background paper back down. I have not cut the branding strip off of my paper, and I'm going to use what's left on my mat to put splatters on that background paper. This paper is from 49 Market's brand new beach collection. What a beautiful, gorgeous collection to play with. And I was so excited when I found this photo of my oldest son. This is Tyler. It is his very first day at the beach, and so it's kind of fun to go ahead and create a layout on that. The photo actually came in the mail to me from my aunt, who went through my grandmother's things and found all of these photos of my family and my kids and stuff, so she mailed them all to me. And so now I'm matting the photo on a piece of the 6x8 paper pack from the same collection. I didn't want to put it on there without matting it. I am going to scuff up the edges of that mat, scuff up the edges of this title, and I'm going to scuff up the edge of my frame too. So anyway, here we go with this. Now, when I go to place this frame, I discover it's not quite the right size, which I knew it was square versus my photo, which is a 3.5 by 5, is not square. So I'm going to cut it, and I'm just going to make it work. And that is the good thing about paper products. You can make them work for your designs and photos. I am going to layer up one side there and then kind of tuck the other side on the right hand side. And then once I get everything down on here, you're going to be able, it's not going to be as noticeable like it is this moment, because I'm going to add things to kind of help cover it up. I pulled stuff from the laser cut die cuts off camera so that I wouldn't be digging through those on camera. It makes the video long when you do that, and I don't always like to do that. The little bottle that I stuck the crab underneath or on top came from a different 49 Market collection, but it's been sitting on my desktop along with that little yellow flower, and I thought, you know, what a great way to just use it. It goes very well with this collection. That flower actually is a full sheet. There's a full sheet of paper with those flowers on it in the collection. So I'm going to use a chipboard title and a chipboard subtitle, and that is it. All right, I got this layout completely done. I'm quite happy with the way that this turned out. I have my large cut file. Off camera, I glued things down. I added foam adhesive in places. And I also found this pack of canvas flare buttons from Scrap and Happy Studio. They were sitting on my desktop waiting for me to find a layout to use them on, so I went ahead and grabbed those and glued those down while I was gluing everything else down. I also glued down this Keeping Cool label that came from a Hip Kit Club kit. It's an older one, I think July of 2022 or 2023 one. And so it was sitting up here from a previous layout, and I just decided I'd glue that down as well. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. If you are new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Please click that button down below and that thumbs up button. I really appreciate when you all do that for me. Make sure that you check out my description box for the playlist for the next big thing. It will have all of this year's videos on it, and each month we have a different prompt. Again, this month's next big thing was a large cut file, which I used in the middle of my layout with this brand new 49 Market collection. I want to thank you again for being here. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Bye.